Hey guys, welcome to the Linux channel. In this episode, I'm going to discuss about how you can upgrade, your existing Ubuntu, 1504 distribution to 15.10, which is, released recently as it. So, 1504 stands for Vivid Vervet, and it was released in the month of April 2015, and this is the month of October 2015, wherein which you got a new release which is called as Willy Werewolf as so the 1504 has the kernel 3.19 based Linux kernel, whereas now they have incorporated the 15.10 version with 4.2 Linux kernel, and I'm just excited about testing the overall performance with 4.2 flavor of Linux kernel. And every time there is a new release of Ubuntu, it really excites me a lot, because some few years ago, I used to use Fedora based distributions in all my test systems and in all my lab equipment, VMs and things like that. I almost update around 20 to 25 systems as such, though that includes like 4 to 5 laptops and 3-4 VMs and my desktop PC, my wife's laptop and things like that. So as far as I have noticed 1504 based distribution, I found a few issues with the Haswell E processor based system which I got. The more recent releases of 3.19 kernel, the official Ubuntu 3.19 kernel have some issues, and it was actually crashing the system as such. So as a kind of remedy, what I used to do is I have a Travis Cruiser ported the most initial versions of 3.19 Ubuntu kernel of 1504 release as such. So I was just using that old kernel all these months as such. So I'm just excited in terms of 4.2 release. 4.2 release have so many improvements in terms of kernel performance, and especially there are certain improvements for high performance computing and things like that as well. So these are the good changes which is going to be incorporated in the which are actually incorporated in 4.2 kernel as well. So by using directly Ubuntu 15.10 upgrade, I can get almost a taste of this new kernel. So I'm not a supporter of downloading this kernel.org kernel and customizing and installing it on a Ubuntu based system as so I kind of say that is a kind of bad idea as so each time whenever there is a new release, the entire Ubuntu team works on customizing the kernel. They kind of fine tune so that it works on majority of the x86 based systems, and it has the best of best device driver support, and they kind of apply certain patches and things like that as such. So the Ubuntu kernel is nowhere the same as kernel.org kernel as such. So it is a kind of fully customized kernel, so that it is bug fixed, well maintained kernel actually. So once you are done with the upgrade of your Ubuntu system, you can notice the Ubuntu system will upgrade your OS components, and especially the kernel once in every month or things like that as such. So it is wise to use Ubuntu provided kernel as such. So this is the reason I'm just done a demo upgrade in my wife's laptop yesterday, and today I'm going to do it in my PC, and for the sake of this video demonstration, I'm going to kind of record this and going to present to you guys. So let's just get to my desktop guys, and let me just show you how you can upgrade it from 15.04 to 15.10 Ubuntu distribution as such. So guys, here is my desktop guys, and let me just show you it's installed Ubuntu distribution. Yeah, as you can see, it is installed with Ubuntu 1504 version. And this is my desktop, which is a Core i7 5820K based processor with DDR4 memory access. So let me just close this, and let me just show you its kernels which is installed. dpkg minus list. You can grep Linux in that actually. Yeah. As you can see, it is recently installed these updates. It contains this 3.19 31 kernel and 3.19.032 kernel. And this you can just ignore. This is my Traffic Squeezer experimental kernel, which is 3.19.3 assets. So so this is the system, guys. Please make sure you have taken all the backups, and so that if anything goes wrong, you don't lose any data. And usually I keep a NAS, and I kind of sync my files with NAS and also Google Drive, so that in any event of hardware crash or any kind of failure, I don't lose any data assets. So before proceeding, please make sure you have all the files which have been backed up, so that you don't lose any data assets. So now you can just go here and you can just choose software update, software updater app. You can also do this via command line, but I kind of prefer you guys using a GUI based tool, something like this as such. And I believe I have done all the updates of 1504 distribution, so it may kind of suggest directly in terms of updating the distribution assets. So let's just wait a few seconds. Yeah, as you can see, guys, it is directly suggesting me to update the distribution to 15.10. So I can just select upgrade. And you guys, before doing this, please make sure you have some amount of sufficient hard space, so that it kind of download the files, and it kind of extracts them as such. So let me just write my password. Yeah, so it is showing the the release notes. You can just say agree and say upgrade. Actually, I have a very good fiber to home, finally terminated via copper internet, so its speed is relatively good. So it depends on the internet connection which you are having. Sometimes it may happen, it may take quite long time as such. So yeah, I can just say close, it's fine. I just did a trial in my wife's laptop, as I said earlier, and it took around relatively some couple of hours as such. So I was having dinner, and once in a while I'm just going through the options and setting up the things as such. So once again, let me remind you, please make sure you have enough amount of disk space, hard disk space, so that down the line, while it is upgrading, you don't run out of memory space as such. So guys, as you can see here, it asks a confirmation. You can just go through these details, and it also shows some of the modules which are no longer needed, and the modules which it is going to remove, and things like that as such. So I have gone through this list yesterday, just to make sure it is not happening anything wrong as such. So in case if you are doubtful, you can just have a look of this module list as such. So since I have already gone through this, I'm just going to give it this option. I'm going to just click start upgrade. So this is going to take a while, guys, since it is going to get all the packages. Let me just skip this portion and get back once this step is over, guys. So after a while, you can see here, guys, it has downloaded these many packages, and it has to still download some more packages. The total packages are around 1956, and somewhere around 800 packages are still pending as such. So let me just get back after few minutes, guys. Welcome back, guys. As you can see here, it has fetched most of the files, and there are very few packages left, and it took around almost a hour as such, and it has been fluctuating in terms of download speeds as such. So once in a while it is touching almost 10 Mbps and things like that as such. I think in almost in couple of minutes it is just going to finish getting all the packages as such. So it is just completed getting all the packages, guys. It is just going to install all these downloaded packages, as you can see below. And as far as I noticed in my installing in my wife's laptop yesterday, it is just may ask some couple of confirmation about certain modules, whether it can remove those obsolete modules as such. So let me just show you. This is again going to take a while, and please note that this is a very good high-end system, and it has an SSD hard drive in it. So I believe it is just going to extract this and going to install this much faster. And in case if you have a traditional hard disk, it may take some more amount of time, unlike my system as such. This has almost let me just show you. It has almost like six cores in this processor. So along with the hyper threading, it's around 12 cores, as you can see, and it has almost 16 GB memory and things like that as such. Let me just close this. So it is just going to install all these packages, guys. Please make sure you are not opening any Firefox or other applications, so that it can just fast install these apps, and and it doesn't create any sort of confusion. And please don't do editing of any files and things like that while it is doing this as such. As you can see, I just opened just one terminal and this software itself as such, so that there is no other active applications which are opened as such. So let me just wait for a while, in case if it shows any alert or something. Let me just get back, guys. Let's just cut this video feed, and let me just get back if it shows any sort of alert or something like that. So guys, it is just showing this option, and meanwhile while it is installing the applications, so eventually it is just asking a confirmation, restart services during package upgrades without asking. So I'm just going to opt yes for this option, so that it can do it automatically. And as you can see, it is just listing down these applications, which I'm perfectly okay with that as well. So I can just going to opt yes. You can just select yes and press enter. And once again it is going to take a while, and till it displays any such messages or something, I'm going to once again cut the video feed, and I'm just going to get back once it is either done installing all these packages, or else it shows any other confirmation messages or dialog boxes like this as such. Welcome back, guys. After a while it is half the way installing this downloaded packages, guys, and in between it is just showing this confirmation dialog. It just wants to replace this dll.conf, and I'm perfectly okay in terms of choosing this option as replace. And you can just once cross check the diff of what it tries to replace the contents as well. So it looks like it is perfectly okay. I'm just going to click replace, and it may take a few more minutes in terms of finishing installing the upgrades actually. And as I said earlier, this is an SSD drive. It is almost installing at an incredible rate. And it may take a while in case if you have a traditional disk-based system as such, hard disk-based system as such. So welcome back, guys. As you can see, it is almost about to finish installing these upgrade packages. I think it may just take a couple of minutes, and it's just going to finish this. Let's just see once it completes, it can transition to this cleanup phase as such. It is the cleanup phase, you need to be very careful, and in case if you have a system which is like a PC or something, make sure it has UPS backup and things like that as such. So in case if it gets rebooted or something like that, it may actually corrupt the system as such, and this have happened a couple of times. And although it is a laptop, I forgot connecting a charger and things like that as such. You can just it is just showing whether to remove these obsolete packages. You can just review these packages in case if you want to make sure it is not removing something which is important. And as I said earlier, these I have reviewed already, which is an identical installation in my wife's laptop as well. So I can just click this remove. So these are really obsolete packages, and it is safe to remove these packages. I have already removed and even tested in that laptop as such. So once the cleanup is done, it is going to restart the system, guys, and you can directly boot into your new kernel, and it is eventually going to boot in the newly installed or upgraded Ubuntu 15.10 Willy Werewolf distribution as such. Yeah, as you can see, it is almost done the cleanup, guys. You can just select restart now, and please make sure you have no other open files, so that it is not corrupting anything as such. So I just restarted my system, guys. As you can see, immediately you can see a new different wallpaper, and we can just see about this computer dialog. Yeah, as you can see, it shows the new distribution, which is Ubuntu 15.10, which is installed in my system. And let me just close this dialog. You can see the kernel version. Yeah, as you can see, it shows the current kernel is 4.2.0-17 kernel, and you can even see existing list of all kernels which is installed in your system as such. Grep Linux. Yeah, as you can see, it has installed this new kernel, and it has just kept this as a reference. And optionally, in case if you are if you no longer need, you can just uninstall this, and it has this old my Trafic kernel also, which is undisturbed as well. So there you have it, guys, a complete video demonstration of upgrade of your Ubuntu existing 15.04 Vivid Vervet distribution to the new 15.10 Willy Werewolf. I would like to thank on this occasion to Canonical team. They have done a fantastic job, and as you can see, entire upgrade process have happened without any glitch as such. So this really shows how far the work they have put across, and it's great in terms of Canonical is forefront in terms of promoting open source technologies through their Ubuntu package as such. And that's all, folks, for this episode. I hope you liked watching this video. Please do subscribe to this channel, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.